everybody, welcome back. I so love our chats and visits. I am so overwhelmed with gratitude by the response that I've gotten on my videos. I can't thank you enough. My gratitude cup runneth over. If you're new to my channel, thanks for giving me a chance. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell below, and you'll be notified when I post a new video. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. I really appreciate it, and I truly mean it. I tell you guys this every video. When I say my prayers at night, I ask for blessings for all of you that watch my videos because I truly care. So today's video is going to be on panic attacks. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor, I'm just someone who suffers from them. And I really want to share what I've learned with all of you as your favorite aunt. I really love that saying, so that title, so I'm sticking with it as my badge of honor. So yeah, that's mine. And I just want to share with you what I've learned, okay? Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to do the next one in a whisper, the video on panic attacks in a whisper, because that seems to help calm everybody, including myself. Okay, so let's talk about panic attacks. They're a bitch. Really. I know we've talked about some in the other videos about some tools we could use while we're in one. Today I want to tell you a story about the latest one that I had and everything I did wrong, okay? And then we can work on some strategies together to try to recognize some of our, I hate this word, but we're going to use it, some of our triggers to try to see if we can maybe stop one from happening, okay? So this weekend, because it was Mother's Day, my family wanted to take me to a store in a mall, and malls are hard for me. A, I don't have the energy to walk them, and B, crowds really affect me. But it was Mother's Day and I wanted to make them happy. And the store that I'm going to is literally right across from an entrance. So we went in and they each went to a different store so that I could have some time, because I love them, but I can't shop with them. My husband called me and asked me where I was. I had left that store and just went to another nearby store. And I told him where I was, and he said, well, I'm at the original store, which was Torrid. Okay, I don't know why I'm pretending it wasn't. I said, oh, well, I'm on the other side. I cut through the food court. I'll meet you there. So I was already panicked because I had to meet him. And I was putting on my own time limit, my own pressure on myself. Okay, I hadn't crossed. I came out and I was lost. I didn't know where I was. And that was the panic. And I started getting it. I could feel my heart was racing. The sweat was starting to trickle down, trickle down, trickle down. I figured out where I was, but it took me a couple of minutes. I was like literally 20 feet away from him. By the time I got to him, he's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Do you need to sit down? People were asking me if I was okay. I was so embarrassed. I told him what happened. He helped me outside. We sat on a bench. And then I started feeling better. And then I took my friend Catherine's advice. What could I have done to make it better? A whole lot of things I could have done. First of all, I shouldn't have gotten flustered that I was supposed to meet him. He's very calm. I could have just said to him, I'll be there in just a couple of minutes, give me time. He leans on a wall and plays on his phone. The other thing I forgot to do was the most important thing. The thing I tell us we have to do first. I know you're all yelling at the phone right now, telling me what I forgot. That's right. I forgot to breathe. As soon as I felt that pressure, as soon as I felt my heart racing, I should have stopped and done my breaths. And who cares who sees it? If anybody commented, I would have invited them to join me. And if you know me, you know I really would have done that. Let's practice our breathing right now, okay? Because just thinking about it is starting me to feel that way. Okay, so we breathe in through our nose for a count of 4. We gently hold it, we gently hold it for a count of 4. And then we slowly release through our mouth for a count of 4. Ready? Let's do 3 together, okay? Breathe in. Hold. Good. One more. Now this last set, let's really think about the breath. Don't concentrate on anything else, just the breath, okay? So let's go. Breathe in. Excellent. I'm feeling calmer. I hope you are too. Breath is so important. It really is. I know I've said it before. Jay Shetty, I watched one of his videos early on in his motivational career. And as he said, your breath is your only constant. It's the first thing you do. It's the last thing you do. Okay. It's so important to breathe. It brings the oxygen to every part of our body. It helps us calm. It helps us center and focus. Okay. So, what else could I have done? I didn't breathe. I didn't pace myself. And when I realized I was lost, I didn't ground myself. I didn't stop. I didn't look around. I let the panic lead me. Panic can't lead anyone anywhere. Okay, do not let panic lead you. Okay, you lead it. Okay. Think of panic. What I do, anyways. You know, I'm big on visualization. So, panic is a fire, and if we can catch it while it's a small fire, a little bit of water will put it out. If we let it become a raging fire, then we really have to work on putting it out. So I let it lead me, and I let it get big. And another way I could, and to focus, I didn't do any of the stuff we're supposed to do. I didn't do my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And believe me, that would have helped me immensely. Because if I had done my 5 things I see, I would have known where I was. I may not even have had to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go to the video entitled Panic Attacks. Let's work on them together. And I give you some tools. But this one I let get really out of control. And I have to tell you, my friends, that in my head I call you my peeps, but that ages me considerably. I thought of all of you, and I felt like I had let you all down. And then I thought about it. Nope. What do I always say? It's only a mistake if you don't learn from it. Otherwise, it's a lesson. So, another hard-earned lesson from me that I'm hoping to share with you so you don't have to go through it. Another thing is, when I got to my husband, I looked for comfort from him. instead of comforting myself. When you've had a panic attack and you're done with it or almost done with it, I want you to really look at it and think about what you did right, okay? And at the moment, you may not think you did anything right, but you did. I know I did things right because I got to him. I got to where I was supposed to be going. I didn't let that attack ruin my day. He was done his shopping. My daughter was done hers. I was done for that. And plus the people, there were too many people. I'm not good with crowds. That's why I like Torrid. It's not overly crowded. The one I go to, the staff are so kind and they don't hover. People who hover tend to make me panicky and anxiety ridden. But that was my main thing. I could have really become very down on myself and let it ruin the whole day, which would have ruined it for them as well. And I didn't. I got outside, I breathed, I went through my checklists, I talked to myself, and I thought of you guys and went, okay, I'm gonna turn this around and maybe help somebody from going through this too. So that's what I did. The other thing I did when I got home, I'm very big on journaling. Nobody can read my journals because, not because they're private, but they are. No one can read my handwriting, and I tend to do bullet forms and sometimes just pictures. So that's what I did, and I just kind of wrote down what I should have done, what I did do right. I didn't write down any of the negative. I don't want to remember them. Okay, I know what I did wrong. I just wrote my positives, and then I reread them to myself, and that really helped because especially if you suffer from anxiety and panic attacks and depression, we are so hard on ourselves. We really are. We will cut anyone we know slack. We try to comfort other people. We are so hard on ourselves. And you know what that is? Especially depression. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks, they're all liars. They get in our ears and they whisper. I like to think they get quotas if they can get us. And there's sometimes where I'm like, you're not getting me, not this time. If you have any of these issues, any one of these issues, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, ask for help. I know it's hard. You have doctors for a reason, but I also can find sometimes, especially if you've had your doctor for a really long time, you can almost become too familiar with them. Or if your family members see your same doctor, they're not going to tell them, but we're not going to convince ourselves of that. Find yourself another doctor. Go to a walk-in clinic if you have to. Ask for a referral. You can still keep your family doctor, and once you're seeing an anxiety or depression specialist, you can tell them, okay? If they offer you medication, don't be afraid to take it. I take anti-anxiety medication, and I have to tell you, it's probably the 4th or 5th that I've had to try. Not everything's gonna work for you. And if you're worried about that, okay, I'll get right back to if you're worried about that. But one of the things I do when I'm anxious, and this video making it, I feel a little vulnerable. I play with Kleenex. So I used to rip them up and, oh, we have company. I'll show you in a second. But I made a rose out of it. So something beautiful can come of it. But back to the medications. I suffer from allergies. It's one of the reasons I have the Kleenex in my hand. My allergies are so bad right now. Any breeze makes them terrible. It took me 4 or 5 tries to find an allergy medication that worked for me. So the same can be true for anxiety and depression medication. It's also true for doctors, okay? If you're not gelling with someone, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you or something wrong with them. It's the wrong connection. That's all, okay? I urge you to keep trying. But what I'm so proud of you for, and believe me, I mean this as your older auntie, I'm so proud of you, okay? You're looking for help on YouTube. You're not looking for cure me. You're looking for ways to deal with it. You're looking for tools. I'm so proud of you for that, okay? I really am. I'm gonna just turn the camera a little so you can see. Candy, can you say hi to everybody? Oops. Can you say hi? Yeah? Duh. Good girl. Thank you. She has anxiety too. We rescued her. We live in Canada, and the Humane Society where we got her, they got her from Mexico. We got her when she was 9 months old. We know she was abused, so it takes a long time to train a rescue dog, especially one that's already suffered abuse. And unfortunately, we got her literally 2 months before COVID hit. So actually 1 month before COVID hit. And so socialization's gone out the window. She's great if we're outside with people. If anyone tries to come in the house, forget about it. It's not going to happen. She barks and barks and tries to herd everyone, and we have to muzzle her, and we're just like, you know what? There's very special people I will do that for. So, and that's okay. You know, I meet people. If I meet people, we go for coffee. And there's another thing, because of my anxiety and panic, normally people don't even know I have it. Really, I'm a good masker. But my close friends know. So we meet at places that aren't crowded. We go at off hours. If we're meeting for lunch, we'll meet at 11 or 1:30. It doesn't happen often, but when we do, that's what we do. Those are strategies. Those are tools. Okay? Your tool, what my goal is to help you fill your toolbox with all kinds of tools and strategies to help you deal with your own personal fight. Okay? And I really hope this video helped. I haven't titled it yet, but I will not be titling it Whispered. I forgot to whisper through most of it, but I think you'll forgive me. I hope you will. I'll say soft spoken with a little whisper thrown in. Okay. Also, I have set up my own Angel on My Shoulder ASMR email account if you're interested. It's angelonmyshoulderasmr@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer, and I'm also going to be getting a P.O. box because if you send me cards, I'm going to send one back to you. Okay? I'm really excited for that. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to be doing it. As again, just want to end this video one more time with telling you, you've got this, okay? If you don't trust yourself, you trust me. You've got this. I believe in you. I have faith in you, okay? I do. And as always, I love you. I value you. I honor you. I love you. And I'm so very glad that you were born, and so is Candy. She wants in on it too.